The EasyReader app also allows us to read newspapers either through NFB Newsline or through Bookshare's periodicals. To add a newspaper or access a newspaper, we'll choose our side menu again in the top left corner.
Side menu. My Books button.
This time we'll choose My Newspapers from the left column.
My Clipboard, My Newspapers. Fetching Newspapers, Wall Street Journal, 3 unread edition. Milwaukee Journal.
Now we're shown papers that we have already subscribed to. If we'd like to add a new paper,
Add button.
we'll choose the Add button.
Back button. Pass and lesson. Audio. Choose library. Heading.
We're now going to choose the library from where we'd like to add a newspaper, and we'll choose NFB Newsline.
Book. Pass and lesson. Bookshare. RNIB. NFB Newsline. Close button.
We now have a few categories to choose from on where we'd like to find our newspaper.
Select to subscribe. My favorites. All. Browse by state. All.
Let's choose all.
AARP Bulletin.
We now get a long list of different magazines and newspapers that we can subscribe to.
Aberdeen American News. Abilene Reporter News.
And if we try this one,
You have now subscribed to Abilene Reporter News. OK button.
perfect.
Back button. Choose library.
Now, if we would like to go back and look at the newspapers that we have subscribed to, we'll choose our back button.
Pass and lesson. Choose back button. Side menu button. Milwaukee Journal Sentinel.
And we now have the list of newspapers we are subscribed to. We'll choose the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel.
Back button.
We'll choose the most recent edition.
Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Heading. Options. Button. Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. 030522019. Last read. Loading. Side notice. Heading level 1.
And just like when we read our book, the content is now displayed visually on the screen. Again, we can use the play pause key down at the bottom.
If you are not a 0% previous book play.
Notice.
Pause.
This accessible media has been made available to people with bona fide disabilities that affect reading. This notice tells you about...
We can pause that so we can again have our newspaper read to us. Just like when we read our book, you'll also notice that the audio and text settings buttons are located in the top right corner. So again, if we chose to change the visual settings, we can choose our text option.
Text settings. Button. Close.
And
Text
just like
setting.
before, we could go in and change the size of the font, the type of font, and again, the color contrast options. If we close this,
Close button. Side menu.
if we want to jump to a specific article in this newspaper or see what articles are available, again, we're going to choose the book navigation down in the bottom left corner.
Book navigation button. Close button.
And
Notice. Level
we
1.
now have all of the different sections and articles that we can choose from. So we can scroll.
Rows 29 to 39.
We can choose a different article.
AP source. 20 for Buccaneers re-sign LT Smith for 3 years.
Let's choose that.
Buccaneers re-sign LT Smith for 3 years.
And we now see that that article has been brought up on the screen visually, or we can again choose the play button to have it read out loud to us.
Control Center.